Welcome back today to your first active movement. We'll go today through a couple of easy, light movements. You can keep a block close in case you want to use it, but it can be also a couple of books or a chair. It's for you to find a little support if needed. We'll start today in a child's pose. Child's pose is where your big toes touch, and we'll open the knees and reach the hands forward. Letting your chest and belly sink down towards the mat. Notice your body here right now. Start to take a couple of deep breaths in and maybe start with a deep sigh out. Letting go. You can repeat here. Deep breath in. Sigh out. Take a moment to appreciate the body that you have. And also allow yourself to practice with no judgment, no certain way it needs to look. But we'll go through the poses and experience how they feel. Before we start the movements, see if you can connect with your breath and find this little sound in the back of your throat. On the inhale and also on the exhale, with your mouth closed. Noticing the air moving into your chest and also all the way towards your belly. And also how the air is flowing out your body, leaving it a little bit more relaxed. Continue here just for a couple of more breaths. Remember that all the poses that we do, they should feel good, for sure, no pain. If you do experience pain, back off and change the pose. Or even communicate it with your healthcare provider to get some tips on it. Okay, we'll slowly start to walk the hands in. Press your hands into the mat, send your hip forward. Find your knees below your hip and your hands underneath the shoulders. You can have a little wider stand if you like here. And on the inhale, we'll lift the tail, head crown up. And on your exhale, push the mat away from you, curl the back, gaze to the belly, and then repeat. Deep inhale, continue your ocean whisper breath, this little sound in the back of your throat with the mouth closed. And continue the movement. On your inhale, your head crown, tailbone reaches up, the belly drops, and on your exhale, the belly draws in. You push the mat away from you and separate the shoulder blades a little bit more. Trying to enjoy this gentle movement. And we'll do a couple of them more here, really focusing on the breath. Noticing the movement in your spine. And hearing, but also feeling your in and out breath. Let's do 2 more breaths here. 2 deep inhalations, deep in chest and belly. And also 2 deep exhalations. Once you have both of them, you can here keep block handy if you like. We'll get the right leg over to the side. You can have a wider stand and just have your elbow rest on your knee. You can lean slightly forward, letting your belly drop in between, so you're not really leaning your belly onto your thigh, but it's really dropping in between your thighs. And then we can add here a little bit of movement where you reach and send your hip back, and then send your hip forward. Try to really start from the position where your knee is right above your heel. And then from here, push a little further forward and push it back. You can also, if more comfortable, have the hands onto your knees and the chest a little bit more up right. Lifting, reaching. Continue using your ocean whisper breath. If it's very uncomfortable for your knee, you can also have a pillow or a blanket to support the knee here. Good. And then now we'll do also here 2 more. Forward, maybe lean a little bit more in and out. Get your hands back onto the mat. And then walk your foot back or step it back. See what works better here for you. And then we'll go opposite side. Left foot steps out. I have a quite wide stand, so my foot is even off the mat. And then again, your option was here to have your elbow onto your knee and leaning the chest forward over your right leg. But it's still more facing forward, so your belly is actually like in the middle and not pressing against your thighs. And then I push the hip forward, getting the knee a little past my ankle, and then push it all the way back. soft movement. A great one to open the muscles around the hip. And this one is also a nice one for labor, to engage the baby in the pelvic floor and helping your baby to move easier through the birth canal. Remember, your option was also with the hands on your knees, or you can even go with the hands down. See and explore a little bit what seems to feel good in your body. The movement will still kind of stay the same. And continue your ocean whisper breath. Good, and let's do 2 more. Send your hip forward and push it back. Forward and push it back. We'll get both hands down onto the mat, walk or step your leg back. We'll sit down here, get the feet as wide as your mat. I will just face you so you have a different perspective here. You can have your hands in the back to support you, and then we'll go to drop the knees over onto the right, and then we'll go and drop the knees over to the left. You should be able to do this one without feeling any pain. If you feel pain, back off, or you release, like you don't go so far down. Or again, talk with your doctor and see what your options are. You can do this movement a little slower or a little faster, but again, it should feel nice, especially around the part of your hip joints and the muscles around your hip. Continue your ocean whisper breath. And then let's do 2 more breaths. Deep in, deep out. Okay. And then from here, get back onto your sit bones. Get the soles of your feet to touch. And then from here, if necessary, you can use the block here or the pillow to sit on it to be a little bit more comfortable. Feel free to find position with the distance, feet closer in or further out. See what works for you here. And then we'll pull the chest forward, and then I will relax my chest all the way down here. Relax the shoulders. Relax the face and continue your ocean whisper breath. Deep in, deep out. See if you can hear, start to use even your whiskey breath, which was the 4 count inhale and the 6 or 8 count exhale. We inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4, and we exhale 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's try a little longer. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last one, deep inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Slowly walk yourself back. Good job. I'll give you 2 options for the last little bit. If you're still comfortable laying on your back, go ahead and do that. Finding the feet as wide as your mat and the hands, arms out by your sides, palms facing up. If you're already feeling very uncomfortable laying on your back, please go ahead and lay onto your right side. You can even have one hand as a support for your head, and you can even have the left one, it's the right one. So we're laying onto our left side. There we go. Left hand underneath your head, left leg extended, and the right leg is here, folding in and supporting your body here. So your belly is actually not pressing into the mat, but it's slightly falling forward. And then the arm here, feel free to do whatever seems to be more comfortable. I personally like to have the hand onto the belly and to close my eyes here. We can here go for a deep breath in and we'll side out. Deep breath in and let it go. With your eyes closed, let go of any breath technique, of anything we did in this class. And have a little moment just to let your body relax here, right now. Nothing to do, nowhere to be. Enjoy the moment of relaxation on the body. If you notice your mind wanders off, bring it back onto the mat. And try to relax the body just a tiny bit more here. and bit by bit you can keep the eyes closed just for a moment longer. Maybe you like to wiggle a little bit your toes, your fingers, moving the feet, moving your body in any way that feels good for you. And then with your eyes closed, if you're not already on your right hand side, on your left hand side, roll over onto your left side. And gentle, find your way up into a seated position that is comfortable for you, keeping the eyes for a moment longer closed. Finding your head crown reaching high, your sit bones pressing down towards the mat. Have one hand onto your heart, have one hand onto your baby belly. Take a deep breath in, chest, belly, and all the way out. Feel how the air is moving in, how the chest is expanding, the belly is growing. And also on the exhale, how everything falls back into place. Maybe you can feel your baby moving. Maybe your baby is sleeping. And enjoy this moment of peace. Noticing how your body feels. And thank yourself for stepping onto the mat and taking care of your body and of your baby. And taking the moment to trust your body, that it knows exactly what to do. And that it's made for birthing your baby. Take another deep breath in. Take another deep breath out. May this yoga practice strengthen and heal my body and my mind. May this yoga practice strengthen my body and my mind. Slowly release the hands down. Oh, well done, Yogi Mama. Thank you so much for joining this session today. It's a gentle practice, and we focused a lot on hip opener, really to release different movements, also different movements that you could use throughout your labor. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, leave me a comment. I'm happy to hear from you and see you in the next video. Bye bye.